evening, folks. So we're going to take a look at dollar index, looking ahead into the week, as in what we anticipate the market to do. So as you have noticed, dollar index has played out to our weekly forecast from 2 weeks or 3 weeks back. We are bearish on dollar, and price came back to premium, and then it dropped to the downside. So this is on a weekly chart. Right now, looking ahead, we're still targeting the level 99.50 on dollar index, but this week might represent a bit of a correction, a bit of a redistribution before the market continues going to the downside. Right, so with that in mind, you need to be a bit cautious in approaching your shorting opportunities, unless if we do get a move from where we are right now back to our higher time frame premium zone. Right, so first things first, I'm still bearish on dollar index, but this week might represent a bit of a retracement into premium on lower time frames like daily and H4, thereby representing opportunities on H1. But on the weekly chart, right, it has to take some serious fundamentals for dollar to come back to this fair value gap right here, which still has internal range liquidity of buy stops intact, because we haven't closed that level. Right, so looking at our weekly target, right, our weekly target from now on until next week, we're looking at this level here, 100.20. This is your target for shorting opportunities. So that's internal range liquidity, sell stops. Why am I classifying this as internal range liquidity? Because our range starts from this low here, which is our yearly target, 99.50, and also external range right up here. This is our range for the year. So we've got external liquidity buy stops above 107, external range liquidity of sell stops below 99.50, which is our target. But for this week, we're looking for price to target the level 100.20, but that might not come before we get a move to the upside. So last week's high represents internal range liquidity of sell stops. Right, last week's high, internal range liquidity of buy stops, not sell stops. We've got buy stops above last week's high. Now we already have a range that we can work with. Right, we already have this ultimate higher time frame fair value gap right here. That's a level where you have to be anticipating dollar to trade back into before it moves to the downside to our yearly target of 99.50. So this is on a weekly chart. When we go on to the daily, right, now on the daily chart, you can clearly see where I've placed the targets. Right, you'll be looking for dollar to trade somewhere around this level here, and then create most probably your high of the week. Right, high of the week, and then drop to the downside. That high of the week will probably be just below this weekly fair value gap. So shorting opportunities are ideal the closer you are to this fair value gap, and also provided you get fundamentals that are going to back up that scenario. Now just a quick glance at this week's fundamentals. Just gonna go to the calendar now. So today, Monday, we're already done with Monday, and we've seen a whole bunch of negative news for the Eurozone. Then we had positive news for dollar saves PMI. They did push dollar to the upside a bit. And then Tuesday, we've got saves PMI for yen, and then we've got RBA rate decision early in the morning, and then we've got CB consumer confidence later in the afternoon, New York open, and forecast is positive from the previous release, so that forecasting a 103.5, which will be positive. If we do get anything above that number, then you should see dollar continue with the redistribution. So you might get price moving here into this range here where the red arrow is highlighting. You might get price moving into that range. The game now is going to be of patience. You're going to have to wait for the setup to come to you. Right, you can see we had a drop down here. Fair value, there was fair value right there. Price came back to that level, then it dropped to the downside. This is on the daily. If we go onto the H4, see, this is the H4 time frame. I'm distorting my charts now. Let me just go back to the daily quickly. Right there, so we're still perfect. So when we go to the H4, right, you can see where the fair value that I mentioned here, when we had a huge rally to the upside. See, we've got fair value right there. You see, this is a fair value range on our H4 time frame. So anywhere inside this level here, you'll be looking for price to find resistance, right, above this high, which is our last week's high. That's where we have internal range liquidity of buy stop. So preferably you need a run above that old high on the H4 time frame before you could see a move lower. Now that goes back to the calendar. Tomorrow we're not going to get a move to that level. We're not going to get a move in terms of price to move all the way. If it does happen, see, things can happen. Fundamentals can happen somehow that can give strength to dollar to move all the way up, right? And then that would be ideal, right? But we're going to need something that will give us a better trade, say a higher rate of a successful trade, right? And that's gonna come in terms of fundamentals. Say at 4 o'clock, right? Say 4 p.m. we wake up and dollar is way up into premium, and then heading into New York session, it will still be in premium. Then we have fundamentals that are coming in at 4 p.m. If these fundamentals come out positive, then dollar is gonna continue moving higher. But if it comes up negative, then sellers are going to come back into the picture, provided price is in premium. You see, that's the most important thing, provided price is in premium. There's nothing wrong if, say, the fundamental comes out and dollar is at 1.087. It's a negative fundamental. There's nothing wrong in shorting, but you're basically shorting at a wrong place, at a wrong zone. Yes, price might move into your direction, but as we have seen today, you can see today, dollar had positive fundamentals right around, let me go to the calendar, right around 3:45, right? But if you look on this price action, there's nothing positive that came about. It actually continued going lower. You see this candle here, that's when the news came out, those PMIs, this saves PMI for September, the preliminary results, right? Price kept on going lower. So we need price to trade back into this level here. It is possible that we could reach this fair value gap, but this high here might be a bit far. It can only be tested, say, most probably Wednesday, when price is either forming the high of the week. Then we're gonna get things like new home sales, you see, European Central Bank non-monetary policy meeting minutes, See, those are the things that will give either strength or weakness to dollar. But in this scenario, we are favoring more for weakness in dollar. That means negative news for the dollar. Things like GDP, if it misses, then we're looking to short dollar. Then we've got Chairman Powell speaking when it is Thursday. You see, that could be crucial for the movement of dollar index. So yeah, that's pretty much about dollar. We're looking for price to trade to the downside. You see, so the opposite is going to apply now for, say, Euro USD. You're looking for price to move to the upside. Euro USD, you're looking for price to move to the upside. As you can see, market is bullish, so you need price to trade back into discount levels like this here. You see, guys, I've just gone on to daily chart. I can even go on to the weekly chart, and then we can see, right? So this is our weekly chart. We've got our bullish order block here. That's a bit small in terms of price action, but below that we definitely have, when I say below that, I mean on the next lower time frame. And if you go on to the monthly, you can see this is our discount range, right? Only once price comes back into this level here, which it might do probably maybe this month or the coming month, before another shoot to the upside. So I'm going to go back to the daily chart. You can see we've got fair value right here. Okay, we've got fair value range. Let me just extend that here. So we need price to move into this level before we start anticipating a move to the upside, targeting last week's high. See, this is last week's high, looking at $1.1189. That's your target on Euro USD. You see, because once price reaches that level, it's bound to find resistance inside this bearish order block. See, this is a bearish order block on our daily time frame, right? This bearish order block here, this is a bearish order block on the daily time frame. You can see price came back to it the first time, filled up the fair value gap. That's when it was high probability. Even today, market just opened and then it traded lower. For those who trade on a Monday, you'd have been anticipating already this move to the downside by Friday's close. You'd have been anticipating a move to the downside. Now, on this daily chart, we've got our daily D1 FVG, which is a discount array. We're anticipating price to move to the upside. So this reaccumulation, we need the daily chart to trade back into this level, retest last week low before it moves to the upside. So when we go on to the H4 time frame, this is our area of interest. We need price to retrace at least $10, right by $10, and then you're anticipating support in terms of price structure. We're anticipating support before another move to the upside. So yeah, I'm not gonna do the other currency pairs, guys. That's for you to do in comparison now to what I've shown you with dollar index. So if we are bearish on dollar, assets like USD CAD, USD CHF, and USD JPY, we are also bearish. And then Euro USD, Pound USD, NZD USD, AUD USD, we are bullish. As you can see, eventually USD CHF, USD CAD reached its target. It reached its ultimate target that I gave you guys. NZD USD, that's bullish. AUD USD, this is going to be bullish. Same applies with Pound USD. You're looking for price to trade back into discount before a move to the upside. So yeah, that's pretty much for today. For those who have any questions, just send them on the group and I'll gladly attend to them. And to the new guys, this is your learning phase period. Do not be phased or intimidated by the terms and all that. You are going to get to a point where you understand what we are talking about. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, folks. And for those who haven't subscribed, if you are new to my channel, please just click the subscribe button there and make sure you've got your notifications on, because every time I upload a video you should get a notification, and then you can watch and be in a position to react to what price is doing based on the weekly focus that they've given out. So yeah, with that, guys, I wish you good luck and happy trading during the week. Thank you.